The boy had one strange habit. He drank soda like it was water. But that odd little choice may have saved his life. Because beneath this quiet town, the underground water supply had turned toxic. Anyone who drank it started to change. Eyes glowing green, faces twisted and cold. Luckily, the boy only drank cola, not water. And his baby sister? She only had formula made with bottled water. That's the only reason they didn't turn into monsters. But the man outside their door wasn't as lucky. He gulped down a full glass of infected water. Moments later, a sharp pain split through his skull. By the time he made it home, his teeth were already turning a sickly shade of green. Before he could make sense of it, he heard his wife calling from upstairs. Then, without warning, his body snapped, twisted, and rushed toward her. She was in the shower, unaware of what was coming. She never stood a chance. One bite, and she became just like him. And all over town. The same nightmare was unfolding. People transformed, roaming the streets like hunters. Jack watched it all from the window, frozen. He ran to ask his mom what was going on, but the moment she turned around, Jack knew something was terribly wrong. She had drunk a smoothie that morning, made with the same infected water. Now it was too late. Her eyes were blank, her soul was gone. Jack begged her to stop, but she couldn't understand a word, with no choice left. He burst out the door in panic. Right then, a speeding car slammed into his mutated mom. The driver jumped out, terrified, told Jack to get back inside and stay hidden. He said the town was crawling with monsters, then sped off into the chaos. But it wasn't over. More infected were heading their way. Jack screamed and dragged his mother's body inside, just as the creatures reached the doorstep. He slammed the door and locked them out. Then he shoved his mother into the bathroom. He had to protect his baby sister. But her cries were like a siren to the infected. Jack had to act fast. He covered the stroller with toys to muffle the sound. As her sobs faded, the infected outside lost interest. For now, they were safe. But how long could that last? Jack faced a terrifying question. How do you survive the end of the world while caring for a newborn baby? Then he heard it. A deep rumble from above, military planes flying overhead. They had bombed the only bridge out of town, cut off the electricity, left everyone to fend for themselves. Next morning, Jack tried to call for help, but his phone battery was dead. His sister was wailing from hunger, so Jack did what his mom used to do. He used the last bottle of clean water to make her formula. Then, worried about his mother starving, he brought some vegetables into the bathroom, just to keep her quiet and fed. But his sister had followed him in. In a flash, his zombie mom lunged at the baby. Jack screamed and tossed the veggies, lured her into the living room, but in the struggle, she knocked over the TV stand. It landed with a crash that stunned Jack. He realized he couldn't wait anymore. The food was almost gone. So he pulled out a ladder and peered outside. To his shock, the infected only reacted to sound. He saw their family cat near the fence, and suddenly, Jack had a plan. He opened the door and shouted to the cat. The creatures gave chase. And in that chaos, Jack bolted out with his sister in his arms. He ran toward the grocery store, but the main door was locked tight. He rushed around back. No luck there either. Desperation set in. Then, out of nowhere, two strong hands grabbed him.